Our original project concept was we had set aside several tens of thousands of dollars to do conventional advertising. Um, and we, of course, had a what is called an earned media campaign ready to go. An earned media basically means that's what you get when you send out press releases in newspapers, magazines, write articles about you, TV people come and interview you. You don't pay for it. It's free publicity, but you only get one shot at it generally. I've done earned media campaigns before for a number of different projects I've been involved in. We felt a very good earned media campaign ready to go with the album. Unfortunately, the album went so far over budget that we wound up, it sucked up all of the money we had set aside for the conventional marketing. So we really had to rely 100% on the earned media, which means it was going to be a very slow and painful process. But that's why you do all the homework and prepare for it. We started, and I'll tell you, this is how radio promotion is done correctly. There are a lot of websites out there now that will tell musicians that post your music on our big web library here, and we will in turn send it out to radio stations and programs all over the world. And there are also promoters that will tell you they will do that for you. I know better than that, and that's not how you get your music in front of program directors at stations, not in the least little bit. I've sat in the program directors' offices, and I know how it gets done. We started 2 weeks before the album came out, actually probably closer to 4 weeks, just calling every single radio program director in the country that we could possibly get a hold of, priming them, telling them about the project, giving them all the information about it, making sure they would be on the lookout for it when it arrived. And then once it was released, I would give them 2 weeks' time, and then we would start calling them again. And I would call them day after day, go through voicemail hell as it usually is, until I would get someone on the phone. And sometimes I'd have to go through secretaries just to get to the program directors. But I would not take no for an answer. You keep calling until you get a live person on the phone. And then we would, if they hadn't played it, we would badger them to play it. And the key thing in marketing, you don't have to be a genius, you just have to be persistent as hell. And tenacious and persistence, those are the two words you have to have in your vocabulary to be successful at pretty much anything in life, and this is no exception. It took many, many days and many, many phone calls, but in the end, by late July, we subscribed to a radio airplay tracking service. In fact, we worked with them to help clean up a database they had that we found was faulty. And by late July, the album was on over 150 U.S. radio stations, and it had reached #2 in national airplay, beating out Michael Bublé, Diana Krall, and even Tony Bennett. So we got there simply by lots and lots of phone calls and emails and never taking no for an answer. And again, we had the product that usually the reaction I got when I would call a program director is he would either say, yeah, I got it, but I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. Or the other reaction was commonly, he goes, oh my God, yes. He said, in fact, we had one say, he said, everybody that calls me tells me they have the best thing in the world. He said, but you really do. So we were very pleased to hear that. And it's helped further in a sense that now, as a radio promoter with my new client that I've taken on, I can call these people back up, and they know me, they trust me. I had one program director the other day tell me, he said, just send it to me. If your name is on the package, I trust it. I know it'll go on the radio. Because he said, you won't send me garbage.